So it was the craziest thing. It was just like, who doesn't sell vegan tacos in 2020?
Right?
Fucking crazy. Oh, whoa, hold on. You tuned into the 15th episode of Greatest Hits. Daniel Awad, hello, how are you?
Good, man. It's Taco Tuesday.
It's Taco Tuesday. Could have went longer.
You killed it.
I could have. I'm 3J Boozy, and I'm here to take you to the Hundreds Vault here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Each Tuesday, we'll pull timeless classics out of the vault and tell you stories behind each of them, as well as possibly interview some of the creators and designers that brought them to life. Isn't that pleasant, anyone?
It sure is.
Now, while you watch, you'll be able to chat with us in the chat section. Ask us any questions you have about your favorite classics from the hundreds past. You can also hit the shopping cart tab, and as always, purchase these wonderful pieces for your personal collection. Shout out to the collectors. Shout out to the streetwear enthusiasts. Shout out to our amazing production team. Andrew, the Duke of London, for holding us down today. Mike Green, our producer on set, also. And Awad, I gotta tell you, bud, I'm very excited for today's episode because we have the specialist guest, some would say.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? We have Sandy Mosqueda, our wonderful digital marketing strategist coordinator and the host for Night Terrace.
Big Sam!
Big Sam, no! What's popping?
What is up, everyone?
Yo, I'm so glad you're here.
Are you?
I
Why
am.
specifically? Tell me the exact reason.
Well, one, because any situation Sandy's involved in automatically just gets better. Automatically is enhanced. And of course, I wanted to bring you on because we, one, haven't had a chance to really show who is that pleasant voice? Who is that person getting all these kill streaks? Who is that person fucking going to surgery with the M4, with the shotgun in these trenches, right? You're in these trenches every Wednesday night at what time?
At 10 p.m. PST, and it's actually the brow that I'm using, but same difference, right?
So Sandy's one of our amazing hosts on Night Terrors, which is our live stream gaming show here on tv.thehundreds.com. And if you're just joining us, this is Greatest Hits. We're going to get to the greatest hits in a second. But first, we're going to talk to our amazing digital marketing coordinator, Sandy. So what's popping? So Sandy, I just had a few questions for you.
Sure.
First thing, what are you excited to eat about at the drive? What are you excited to eat at the drive-in theater? Drive-through theater, which is happening October 2nd to 4th with Family Style Food Festival and Blondie Beach Records in the heart of Chinatown in downtown Los Angeles. Woo!
Yeah.
So exciting.
I know,
it's
right?
honestly a hard choice just because we have like so many LA staples that are really going to be there. But I would have to say that my choice would be wax paper.
Wax paper, right?
Yeah.
Low-key
Oh,
wax paper, best
so
sandwiches in the city. Yeah,
good.
that egg salad is like actually legend.
So bomb.
And then also to kind of cross promote, because I know we've been working hard on a lot of content on the back end. We have a new The Hundreds show called What's for Lunch, featuring Ben Hundreds tapping into. Ben really likes lunch. He's not a breakfast guy. He's not a dinner guy. He's definitely a lunch guy, right? And if my producer Andrew London will give me a reminder of when that show airs. Fridays at noon. So coming up towards the Family Style Food Festival, Blondie Beach Records drive-through theater. We are.
This week, he's eating John and Vinny's and talking to Maddie Matheson.
Okay, so this week, so Ben essentially is getting lunch menus from every restaurant he really loves. So this upcoming episode, he's going through the John and Vinny's menu with his special guest, Maddie Matheson. So check that out, Fridays at noon, new Hundreds TV show in promotion for the drive-through theater. So Sandy, you're excited for, what did you say?
I'm stoked. I'm super
Wax
stoked
paper.
for wax paper.
Okay, cool.
Gotta
So,
try them out. They're so bomb.
and so just to tell us a little bit about Night Terrors, how did that like situation even get started with gaming? I know you guys had like been linking up and whatnot and like playing games at night and just kind of came to a formal thing when we started like the THTV stuff. Like,
Yeah, what's funny about all that is I feel like before quarantine actually hit, like Bryce, Duke, and I have always talked about like actually gaming together, but we never did it. Like it never actually happened until like the point where we were actually stuck at home and we're like, oh shit, well we can only game by now. So it kind of just turned into something natural, and we kind of had like thoughts that it was going to be more like a talk show at first, and we were just like, why don't we just bring it into game? Like then people were able to see us game. So for the most part, if or if you tapped into Night Terrors, you have seen Duke's stream. I've recently taken over the stream, so you have seen my skills on the big TV.
Yeah, and it's great because, you know, especially since like you are representing women in gaming, which
Yeah.
is, you know, a minority of sorts, but also has a strong community.
Yeah,
You know?
and it's funny. One of the episodes that we were on Night Terrors, we happened to get into a lobby with two other girls. They sounded like they were a bit younger, like they were probably teenagers, but they were like so stoked, like not only to hear another girl, but also to the top three people that got the top kills were all girls. Like
Yeah.
it was me and the two other girls that were in there, and they were like, "Oh
Nice.
shit!" Like girls fun in here.
No, I love it. So you can check out Night Terrors every Wednesday at what time?
At 10 p.m. CST, we usually stream COD, but we're going to squeeze in some other games. You might see some Avengers going in, maybe some Fall Guys.
Very cool. And so also like, you know, I was kind of late to Night Terrors, you know, y'all were like, come play video games with us. I was like, no,
You trashed
I'm
it so bad.
3J Boozy. I'm not coming. And now I find myself every Wednesday just like super baked on my couch, just like definitely watching you play Call of Duty.
We appreciate
So-
that so much.
So go ahead and check out Sandy on Night Terrors and go ahead and visit us at the Drive-Thru Food Festival presented by Family Style Food Festival and Blondie Beach Records sponsored by DoorDash. Tons of great food. God, it's a fucking mouthful. My producer Andrew's just like laughing at me, like struggling at these bars. But come and visit us and go and see Sandy. Sandy Mosqueda.
Ow,
You are
check
welcome
us
on the
out.
show anytime.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Anytime.
But I'll let y'all get to it because we got some dope ass teas behind me.
We got some dope ass teas.
Thank you,
Yes.
Sandy.
All right, so just going right into the shopping aspect of Greatest Hits. Again, if you're just joining us, I'm 3J Boozy with my partner in crime, Daniel Awad, bringing you through the Hunters Vault every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. So let's get into it, man. All right, so last week, was it last week we dropped this guy?
Yeah, I believe so. We have the whole story and everything.
So this is you just dusting it up.
Yeah.
Hey man, white tee, you gotta keep it clean.
Yeah,
So this
right.
is the Hear See Speak t-shirt. Last episode we were talking about how this kind of represents the undertones of talking shit about your friends.
Yeah.
All right, not cool. Nobody likes a shit talker because at the end of the day, everybody just talks shit about shit talkers.
That dips into cyberbullying. Don't be a
You know?
cyberbully.
No, don't be a cyberbully, bro. So yeah, here's See Speak t-shirt, very solid Bobby Hundreds graphic design. Represents these three monkeys that kind of like symbolize, you know, don't speak no evil, you won't hear no evil, you won't see no evil.
Exactly.
Right? So this is still for sale here on Greatest Hits. Size large, everybody.
Great
Big
piece,
size,
man.
size
Don't
large.
sleep.
Hey,
Bow, 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 bow.
Oh no.
Tag sold out.
Wow.
Wait, you said what?
Magazine.
Magazine pack? Woo! Man, y'all be copping this shit too fast. I can't even give you my little stories about it. I work hard on this, guys. We have a whole team of people that works very hard to tell you these stories for the Greatest Hits community, and then y'all just go ahead and cop before I even get to it. Shit.
Well, you're gonna hear about it.
You're gonna hear about it anyways.
Either
Yeah,
way.
this one is still for sale right now from episode 14. Yeah, detail shots available on Greatest Hits. Also, I just wanted to talk about the photography of Greatest Hits because I feel like we've never addressed it on the show.
Shout out to our boy.
So
Rodney.
shout out to our boy Rodney Campos, new photography staff member here at the Hundreds headquarters. First of all, he's got a beautiful Jeep. Very nice man, pleasant to be around, super respectful. He's tall, he's like 6'2", handsome guy. I mean, good head on his shoulders.
Great guy.
Great portrait photography, great cityscapes. He's traveled, he does really cool music photography. I just generally think he's a very pleasant person to be around.
Definitely.
But so what I've heard about the Greatest Hits photography is it's not like the standard photography format, right? So it's really cool because we shoot all of our stuff with natural light, which I don't think has ever really been addressed because the whole idea is, you know, we have so much e-com and so many products going through the e-commerce studio that Bobby, of course, is a photographer. And he just kind of wanted something a little different, something that was going to be a little more raw, a little more gritty, just to the point. And so he was like, all right, bet, like, let's shoot these e-com product shots with natural light. I've never heard of that.
It's a tricky move because
It's a tricky move.
Not
you know?
every shot is gonna look the same.
Yeah, and then
because you
also-
don't have a sunny day every day.
Exactly, and not also every shot isn't going to necessarily like, you know, people fine tune these e-com shots, make them straight, edit the coloring, etc. But this is like the raw. This is what you're getting, right?
Right.
So it's like really, it's aesthetically and compositionally pleasing for me. You know what I mean? Holy shit, Alexander Spit back in the house from New York City. Woo! My guy Spit, You can actually check out 2 episodes ago. We were very fortunate enough to get up with Alexander Spade.
Great
You can
episode.
also check out all of the old episodes on the scroll. A lot of tons of great content. We're here at episode 15. All right, let's get into it. So this is for sale. Let's go into the magazines, right? All right. So now, kids, once upon a time, there wasn't a thing called TikTok. Before that, there was a thing called the internet. Now, when that first started, there was this thing called Internet Explorer, right? And you would have to click on the Internet Explorer thing, and it would give you a dial tone, and then you connect to the internet, right? Remember those days?
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. All right, so the Huntress has always been fundamental in the root of streetwear media, right? So, you know, things weren't always covered in the capacity that they were. We didn't have complex, high sobriety hypebeats, like 3 major media companies,
Yep.
right? So a lot of streetwear brands had to kind of form their own narrative, right? And so the Hundreds was really great for that because
We had a blog.
we had a blog.
Yeah.
Thank you for finishing my sentence, because Bryce, our marketing coordinator, just like distracted me, and I like looked, and then I was like, oh wait, like we're in the middle of filming right now.
I'll let you finish your sentence.
And so also, if you didn't know, we're here live. So any comments, any questions, you can hit the chat section. Andrew London, our amazing producer, will tell us what you're feeling, what you're thinking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, okay. So the magazine pack. What's really cool about this is you get 5 issues of Hundreds magazine straight from the vault. So
Yeah.
this one is the Stevie Ryan Volume 4, Issue 2.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I have actually the very first ever issue.
Let's give you a
featuring-
first look at that one. Also, if you pay attention to like the layout, it's just so like 2000s tabloidy to me. I fucking love it.
Yeah, looks like People Magazine, right? That's Olivia Munn there.
Cool. You got this one.
That's
Olivia Munn in a Black Adam.
yeah.
Ooh, so yeah. Oh, so that's something to note. No, yeah. So she's in a Black Adam shirt.
She's looking
Probably the rarest
Mighty
Huntress
fine.
t-shirt because it was never even for sale. It was only given friends and family style from the men themselves, Ben and Bobby.
That's right.
Ben and Bobby are all of our uncles, all of our fathers. We're all their sons and daughters. Streetwear legacy, baby. Azalea Banks. This is like some 2000s ass shit. Wow, look how cool my shirt looks in this fucking.
Nice tee, man.
Yeah.
This one features Jessica Lowndes. This is a fall winter 2010 cover.
Yeah, so Hundreds magazine pack. So we had a very, very, very deep editorial team, right? And it's a tradition we still carry on today with
Yeah.
the Hundreds. Always storytelling, always showing, always connecting our narrative, our culture, our thoughts and feelings to the consumer, to the customer, to tell our stories, to share our product, etc.
That's right.
So with that said, the Hundreds magazine pack is now sold, pack of 5 to a new home.
Definitely a great collector's item. These are perfect
Yeah.
to, have on your coffee table or.
Do you remember when, before cell phones had internet, when everybody had a magazine stand in their bathroom?
Oh yeah.
Because you
we
couldn't-
still have one.
Because, everybody poops, right? Because, like, the childhood book.
That's right.
Sandy's shaking her head like so stupid. I can't believe I'm on this set. But yeah, so magazines used to be a big part of culture. So now, blast from the Hundreds, 2000s past to a good
Yeah.
home. All right, what's next, bro?
What are you feeling? We got a lot of good pieces.
Let's do this because I'm wearing it. I'm
Okay.
wearing one of the versions. So this is the 9 shirt.
Yeah. This is.
Do we want to bring on a special guest? The goodest boy? Get it.
We'll even hop on.
We'll bring on. Yeah, Rocky. So we have a new addition. We have a great new staff member to our team. He's basically the office favorite. Honestly, I've never really worked with a team member who is just so likable and just so diligent and task oriented.
He
And
comes
it's just-
into work every day with a smile on
he
his
comes into work with a smile on his face, like a strut and a stride, like I've never seen in the workplace before, So why we're getting our very, very special guest, our new favorite employee at the Hundreds at the TH headquarters. And here he is, our new favorite employee, our favorite team member, Rocky,
Yeah.
the Dachshund.
Yes, Rocky.
Here on Greatest Hits, I'm so glad his father, Mike Pham, our wonderful accounting controller, has let our new star, our new shining sun, our new shining star, our moon, our river, our solar, our gravity, Rocky, newest team member. Sandy, how has he been as an employee?
He's been amazing.
He's been
No
amazing.
complaints.
No complaints. All right, Rock. How are those spreadsheets? You said you gotta go do some spreadsheets still. All right, bro. Thanks for stopping by, Greatest Hits, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so the 90. So, hey, which one am I wearing?
You are wearing the 18.
Okay, so I'm wearing the 18. So this design structure of Bobby Hundreds that he has grouped all of these graphics and monikers from the hundreds collectively onto one shirt. So this is a hundreds t-shirt that has 9 different logos on it, right? And so this series was kind of taken through the brand history, and everything is divisible by nine. So there's the 9 shirt, there's the 18 shirt, which I have on, there's the 27 shirt, there's the 36 shirt. Bye, Rocky. Oh my God, you should see that little tail.
Oh yeah.
Oh, just warm your heart. I love we just brought Rocky on Greatest Hits. It's the best episode ever.
Oh man.
So yeah, 9 t-shirt. This t-shirt is from 06.
White on white.
White on white. Very 2000s trend. They call that the yayo or the cocaine colorway.
I see.
You know,
Yeah.
It's white on white. This isn't exactly a G-rated show. I don't know what you're giving me that look for, Duke of Wonder. You know what I mean? But yeah, so 9T for sale now. This is actually really interesting to you because this comes straight from Bobby Hundred's vault. Bobby was moving offices and he gave us a bunch of heat to contribute to the Greatest Hits community. And then also, if you do have pieces for Greatest Hits you are interested in selling, you can always email greatesthits@thehundreds.com. It'll probably be me answering your email and showing what you got. You know what I mean?
Little piece of trivia, Bobby actually doesn't like the feeling of a neck tag on his.
Oh, is that why all of his shirts don't have tags
We'll
on
yank
them?
them off the moment he gets them.
Okay, so this is straight from Bobby Hundred's vault, does not have a tag, but white on white, 9T. This was a big hitter for the Hundreds. This is one of these like tees that like kind of set the stage.
Yeah.
And then also I'm wearing the 18 shirt that's like kind of, I'm trying to show you a little bit of context, a little bit of cultural development, a little bit of art direction, so to say. So this one's for sale now. Go ahead and give you a close up. And of course, it's white on white, so it is hard to see, but in person, the shit definitely hits.
Yeah.
And my man, Mike Green with the fucking great. He's low-key the director of photography on this bitch, huh? Thank you, Mike. Cool, that graphic as well. So 9T is for sale now. Greatest Hits onto the Remain Silent T shirts. I mean, you know, it's kind of a shame that this shirt is super relevant right now.
Crazy relevant.
It's like,
It sucks.
you know, it's cool to like bring stuff that is relevant for today from the hundreds past, but unfortunately it sucks how real this is for society today at large, etc. So make sure you go out and vote. Actually, there are some resources through thehundreds.com to register to vote. I know it sounds like a broken record. Oh, go and register to vote, go and register to vote, go and register, but you know, it's important, guys.
Yeah, your vote matters.
Your vote
so
matters.
Use that as, you know, your right to express yourself and make that choice.
Daniel Awad for president. I love it. All right, so Remain Silent too. So, of course, we're dealing with a lot of turmoil with the idea of how police interact and engage with their citizens. And this kind of speaks very true to that. You know, we've had massive civil unrest because of the viciousness of police towards people of color in this country. And I think it kind of speaks very true to like, you know, societal standards. And it's almost like something that people aren't even surprised to see anymore. It's
Right.
like almost expected. It's just like not right. It's like not okay for the violence to be normalized.
It's very numbing.
It's very numbing. Yeah. And so, yeah, this is Remain Silent T, kind of more relevant now than ever. It is a dead stock t-shirt, 2X. Kind of like shielding your words. You have the right to is crossed out, and then what is highlighted is Remain Silent. And so this is actually a reissue. It's been reissued twice. The first one is from 08, I believe.
Yeah, it's an older one, and this is the one that was
And then-
released during Into Action, which was a event that happened a couple years back.
In 2018, right? And then the Hundreds, that's what it was called. Into Action, the Hundreds is running the merch booth and producing all the merch. So of course they threw some t-shirts in there.
Yeah.
Other brands like notable brands like Pleasures and stuff were included also. Another cool thing about this t-shirt, this might be the earliest example of the slant logo that I've seen before.
It's I mean we haven't really like stuck it in like into like a, you know,
A graphic before.
like
Usually the
this.
slant logo kind of stands alone on its own. And so the slant logo, of course, is one of our best selling and best known
It's a forever
logos. It's a forever
logo,
you know, forever available. And it was also the flagship logo of the Santa Monica location.
Correct.
So Remain Silent t-shirt for sale now. Nice navy colorway, size 2X. Give you a detail shot. Cool. And so if you've been following us on social media, at least the Hundreds page, you've seen that we have just announced the drive-through theater presented by DoorDash in partner. It's a family-style food festival, ex-Blondie Beach. It's gonna be really great. So tickets for that go on sale on September 21st. Very limited. Drive-in theater, downtown Los Angeles, Hill Street, Chinatown food, delivered car hop style to your door. Back to the Future 1 and 2. Many, many great LA brands like Kids of Immigrants, Brooks and Wood, who we've collaborated with in the past. Cherry, one of the heaviest hitting West Hollywood brands. Who else am I missing?
Reese Cooper.
Reese Cooper. Reese Cooper just in the office today. Shout out Reese Cooper. Rising star in the fashion world.
I love this guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's like definitely gonna like be in the trajectory of the couture world for sure.
Yes.
No question in my mind. He's gonna be there too. What are you excited about eating? What I know I asked our amazing digital marketing coordinator, Sandy Mosqueda, earlier, that she was having. What are you gonna have?
I mean, I got a bit of a sweet tooth on me, so you know I'm gonna go for those scoops ice cream. I know you have your own flavor there. It's always exciting.
So yeah, Blondie Beach Records is doing a flavor with Scoops ice cream. It's gonna be fucking fire. I've eaten so much ice cream. I have a sweet tooth. Yeah, I have an issue with ice cream.
Oh yeah.
I'm like low-key made of ice cream.
Dude, let's go get some ice cream.
Okay, so where are we at right now?
Speaking of ice cream.
Speaking of ice cream, what a segue. Hey, when you get some ice cream, just put a cherry on top, right? So this is actually a really, really cool story behind this one. Bobby was like, it's kind of a boring story, but let me tell you anyways. It was like mad interesting.
Right?
So this hat was kind of made as a result of a trip to Hong Kong, right? Bobby and Ben and the guys started going to Hong Kong to break into cut and sew and just like make collections farther out because we're gonna be dealing with big production. Got to plan ahead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so things that are released in a current season were actually designed 2 years, 3 years ago sometimes, right? So this process of production. So they're in Hong Kong shopping for fabric, and there's these giant like Ginza style marketplaces where there's just fabric for days, right?
Everywhere.
And so part of the thing in Hong Kong is when a factory is, so say it's like where Bait gets their clothing made, right? Or the Hundreds, right? And so they have all these massive amounts of fabric, right? After the fabric is like done being used and there are scraps or whatever, the scrap fabric goes to this market, right?
Oh, okay.
So Louis Vuitton, if they're getting their stuff made over there, right? This leftover fabric will go to this marketplace, right? So there's just thousands and thousands of flavors of fabric everywhere. This one really caught Bobby's eye in particular, and him and Ben was like, no, we're not making that shit. Bobby's like, no, we're for sure
Yes.
making this.
Yes,
So
we are.
this was handpicked fabric right out of like the market stalls of Hong Kong.
It's so cool.
And they ended up making a brown shirt, blue shirt, white shirt, all over print. Actually, there's a past episode of me
That's right.
wearing the cherry shirt because I'm a sweet ass motherfucker, and that's why. Yeah, so this cherry hat is available. What's really interesting is this like comes from a place where you think of like bootleg stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so it may be like a fake Bape hoodie, but it might be made with real Bape cloth because it was like bought at this Hong Kong.
But it's like an
market.
unauthorized
But it's
product.
like
so
an
everybody's like,
unauthorized product.
that's
And so this is a result of one of those experiences, of one of those trips. For sale now, and if you're just joining us, Greatest Hits, Free J Boozy, Daniel Awad here every 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern every Tuesday, taking you through the Hundreds Vault live shopping network. Let's go. Speaking of bootleg, wow, fucking barred up. Speaking of
This
bootleg,
motherfucker's spitting.
speaking of bootleg, let's tease a shirt that's going to be available in the next episode.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I want to tease it. I just
Let's
want
do
to
it.
tease it.
What do you
Okay.
have for us?
Okay, so as you know, we're here every single week, and this is going to be available next week, episode 16.
That's right.
This is the OG Mousy tee. Now, what's really, really great about this is it's not for sale yet. This is a tease, right? And straight from Bobby Hundreds Vault, but also this is the collab. This is the t-shirt that got the Hundreds on Disney's radar to do an official collab, which was one of the milestones of the brand history. Disney is probably one of the biggest companies in terms of licensing properties that does that stuff. So to have a head nod and then think this is really cool. Ben Hundreds just disturbing set and not pulling up. I'm pissed. Ho!
Hey-o.
Oh! General is here.
This episode is chocolate.
Yeah, you guys, this shirt is the one of the most legendary shirts. We sold this shit out so fast. It fucking, you want to know the best story about this shirt? I think this was one of the first shirts that we got a phone call back. Well, there was Hip Hop is Dead in this, but we sold this at Colette in Paris, and Sarah emailed us asking for a reorder on this shirt, and it was such a big deal, especially to me. I fucking tripped out. I remember I was in school, I was in the library when I got that email. I ran over to Bobby and was like, yo, and he's like, wait, what? And yeah, that was the Mousy shirt.
So were you still in law school?
Yeah, we
You're
were.
hitting the books?
We were. Look at this label.
Yeah,
Sure, this was one of our first hitters. This and Hip Hop is Dead, I think they came out right around the same time. And both of them were fucking, this one slammed. Both of this shirt slammed. And that's what you get from me today.
All right, Ben.
Thank you for that tribute.
And again, like I was saying earlier, check out What's for Lunch, airing Fridays noon. Ben's taking you through What's for Lunch. Ben Hundreds, everybody. You see, this is open format live television. You know, I fuck with it. Pull up on me.
Drop in,
you
drop
know?
out.
So yeah, this is not for sale right now. I bet you he thought it was for sale right now.
Yeah.
Next week. Are you coughing?
Keep
You're
that
coughing.
same energy.
You're
that
coughing.
same
Keep
energy.
that same energy up through the week. That Ben Hundreds energy, I want you to take that from fucking Tuesday to Tuesday. All right, guys?
Sure.
Fuck. All right, let's go on a Dave's show.
All right. Another drop from that 5th anniversary pop-up that we did.
Bro, do you remember remember a few fucking episodes ago when Bobby told us his David Show Vegas story?
I don't.
Dog, that was so ridiculous. Okay, so David Show, one of the most legendary artists ever, painted the Facebook mural inside the Facebook headquarters. Didn't want to get cashed out. He's like, yo, bet I'm a fucking gambler. Give me some stock. Overnight, homie's like a $500 million heir. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking chilling, becomes the most legendary, richest artist of all time, debatably because of his tech influence. Not all, David Show's cool.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly,
mean?
for sure though. And it's sold
And
out.
it's sold out. So again, this
That's
is
what
Greatest
they do.
Hits live shopping network. You can always shop, chat, bringing you classics from the hundreds vault. And what was cool is last week we had the Ronnie Connell
Robbie Canal, yeah.
Canal.
Canal.
Dude, I fucking suck. Robbie Canal 5-year anniversary tee sold. Yeah, this one is for sale now.
Part of that
Not
same
anymore.
artist series, and it, yeah.
Yeah, so what's cool about this is a few hits. They all have the 5-year anniversary seal. This is the 5th year anniversary tag right here. Going to a new home. Yo, I should fucking audition for The Price is Right, bro. But
I'm
to
gonna take credit for that sale.
but to host.
I went in the chat and I was like, even if it doesn't fit, frame that shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
So now it's gone, dude.
And that goes for a lot of the pieces that we drop. It's like, maybe you don't fit in a medium. Just cut, fold it up and put it in a frame. It's a piece of history.
Okay, so when we were
Or
talking,
honestly, flip it.
you flip it too. That's the thing. It's like, greatest hits.
We won't be mad.
We won't be mad. I will not be upset with you. Okay. Okay, so something that Bobby pointed out about this hoodie in particular. Now, this is a very obscure hundreds piece, right?
Yeah.
It's not like, doesn't really stand, it's not like a big collab name.
Right.
But what I think is significant about it is we're speaking with Bobby and Ben, and there was a point in time where streetwear was just like so, like, what's the word? It was just completely, like, streetwear was completely synonymous with hip hop culture, right? Loud, big logos, baggy fits,
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff. And of course, the 2000s was very centered around that in popular music too. And I don't know if you noticed, but in the past 3 to 4 years, rap music in terms of stylistically has kind of taken a back seat in a lot of ways in streetwear. And what has kind of risen is one, essential garments and stuff, but punk rock and metal aesthetic.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So if you look at like certain designs and stuff, it's like everybody all of a sudden has a Sex Pistols rip. Everybody all of a sudden has a Sex Pistols collab, is ripping, Anarchy Mickey is making things with a lot of skulls, very demonic, very punk rock, very dark, you know what I mean? And so it wasn't always like that,
Right.
And that's like a recent trend, of course, and fashion always cycles and trends like we always talk about. But what's interesting about that is this is an early 2000s hoodie, punk rock metal style graphic in a time where hip hop was kind of at its heyday in terms of its streetwear appeal. You know what I mean? And Bobby comes out the gate with like a punk metal design. You know what I mean? Kind of like very against the grain.
Yeah, he definitely beat that idea to the
Yeah,
punch.
but you know, when you kind of like, wow, I just gave myself a big cut. Ow, it really hurt. What was I saying? Okay, yeah. So when you kind of like roll back the clock a little bit to kind of be on and to kind of like use your authentic interest, and you know, Bobby has a love for punk rock, and just like there's a lot of punk heads at the hundreds throughout the brand history, especially. You know, if you look at like the H2O collab we did a year ago with Toby, which was a fire event. I don't know if anybody was there, but it was so tight. We did a show with H2O on the loading dock of our warehouse, and it was like there's like 300 people, 400 people back there. Like, shout out Toby. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Yeah, so back to this shirt, or back to this hoodie. It was just kind of against the grain of the times.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like we were digging through the vault, and it's like, wait, this is like from early 2000s when like nothing in streetwear at all was looking like this. Now there is not a single brand that doesn't have a skull.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Thinking
It's like
about
the
that now,
opposite.
it's just like, wow,
Like nobody.
this is very relevant for some
Right.
reason, even though this came out like 10 years ago.
Yeah, for sure. So, great 100th edition to your personal collection. And with that said, Awad, I think that is episode 15.
That's right.
I'm PJ Boozy, joined with Daniel Awad. This was episode 15 of Greatest Hits. You can catch us here every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, we hope to see you next week. Thank you to every single person who copped a piece of vintage, who viewed the episode. You can always check out old episodes. You can check out the new pieces released today on the Greatest Hits collection on the shopping cart tab. And as always, we'll see you next week. Peace!
Take care.